Very well, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. In this episode we're going to analyze the Super Boss Emerald weapon, which if you don't know what that is, well, we can check that out. It's a super boss that you can find in Final Fantasy VII while going under the ocean. It's not always in the same position, but yeah, usually hangs out around there. And it's called a super boss because it is very hard to defeat. It is supposed to be stronger than the final boss and requires some good preparation in order to defeat it. So today what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to tell you all about Emerald Weapon and how to defeat it and what it does and everything basically. Mainly we're going to do this in three parts. The first part, we will look at Emerald statistics, we will look at what it does not, all the behaviors and stuff like that. On the second part, we'll go from theory to practice. I'm gonna fight it a little bit and show you how it actually acts. And on the third part, we're gonna look at some strategies which can be used to easily defeat him with close to no effort, or well, with a little bit of effort, maybe a little bit of farming, but that's it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna start with part 1. So we're gonna go ahead and look at a few images here and there. So the first picture we're gonna look at is this one. It's Emerald Statistics. So let's see, let's look at this together. We have level 99, HP 1 million, which is mainly what Emerald Weapon is all about. The 1 million HP where we have to take down. Then all others aren't really useful. MP 100 and attack and magic attack defense and blah blah blah. All the other stats aren't really important. He doesn't even use any MPs, so the MPs don't even matter. What's important to look at in this screenshot here is that Emerald Weapon is a level on 99 and 1 million HP. But we're gonna talk why that's important later. Let's move to the right. There is the elemental affinities there. We have absorbs ice and water, so if you use ice and water you're gonna heal it. And halves gravity, so all gravity damage will be halved. And it's weak to lightning, so lightning is gonna do double damage. It doesn't have any steals, and it does have a drop, which is Earth Harp, which is something you can bring to a man to have it traded. You can trade it with one copy of each master materia. And then there's a note that says the eyes have 25,000 HP each and the same properties of Emerald. The Emerald has 4 eyes. In the picture they are closed, but they are the 4 the 4 circles you can see on the top, on this top part. We're gonna talk about the eyes later. What you really need to know about Emerald statistics is that 1 million HP, even though it halves gravity, and if you use gravity on him like Demi or Demi 2, Demi 3 laser, all gravity damage, it still works. And even though it's halved, since it deals damage based on the percentage of HP, you're gonna do probably 9,999 for most of the battle, even though the damage is halved, because that 1 million HP is very high. Like suppose you're doing Demi 2 or laser, which is supposed to take out half of the enemy's health. Now half of 1 million is 500,000, but half is 250,000, right? So that's higher than 9,999, so it runs down actually to 9,999. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. If you want to fight Emerald legitimately without using any cheap techniques, gravity really works. You can deal 9,999 damage a lot fast with gravity spells. And also, since he's level 99, he is the highest leveled enemy in the entire game. Not even Ruby Weapon has a level that high. That means that if you have Yuffie with a Conformer, you're gonna do probably fixed 9,999 every time she attacks. That's because Yuffie's Conformer deals damage based on the enemy's level. The higher the level, the more the damage. This is the highest level you can find in the entire game. Moving on the second screen, you have Emerald abilities. So what does Emerald do? Well, on his first form, when you first encounter him, he has Foot Stamp, which does around 2000 damage to all the members of your party. Then he has Emerald Shoot, which does 7000 damage to only one target. And he cancels Barrier and Barrier, Shield, Force, and Resist, so it cancels out a lot of stuff. But then Emerald can switch to a second form, and that's when he opens his 4 eyes. On a second form, he switches attacks and has a lot more dangerous things. First of all, he has Emerald Beam, which deals damage equals to 63% of your current HP and cancels regen. Now, since he deals percentage damage, it means he can't kill you no matter how low you are on HP. Then he has Revenge Stamp, which is only used as a counter attack, but we're gonna see that later. It's basically Foot Stamp, except it cancels Haste as well, but it's basically another version of Foot Stamp. Then his trademark attack, which is called Air Temp Storm. This attack deals 1111 damage times the materia you have equipped on each character. So each character can take different damage. If a character is equipped with 1 materia, it's gonna take 1111. If you have equipped 9 materials, is 9199. Or if you have more, it's still 9199, meaning you're just gonna die because you can have more than 9199 HP. It also does Dispel, which basically removes every buff or debuff that you may have. And also does a bonus thing that I haven't noted here. It seems to heal Emerald as well, but I'm not entirely sure how much it heals it. But it's not very important for our strategy. With our strategy, we're mostly not going to see any Air Temp Storm, maybe a couple. Well, anyway, know that it's there, and if you load your characters with lots of materials, you are going to have a bad time, trust me. Then, Emerald has 4 eyes in total, 2 are blue and 2 are yellow, and when a blue eye attacks, it deals 2000 damage to one target. And when a yellow eye attacks, it deals around 350 MP damage to one target. And so that's all the attacks that he has. Moving on to the script, this is a simplified script. It's not the real one, because the real one is complicated, but I simplified it just to give you a general idea of what he does. So start a battle, and then for a random number of turns, he does either Emerald Shoot or Foot Stamp. And then he opens eyes and uses Emerald Beam immediately without giving you any chance of doing anything in the middle. Then he repeats the 4 attack pattern, which is attack with the eyes, Emerald Beam, attack with the eyes, Air Temp Storm, and then it loops from attack with the eyes, Emerald Beam, attack with the eyes, Air Temp Storm. So it loops this 4 action pattern until all eyes are defeated, and then it goes back from start. So it's gonna do a few Emerald Shoots and Foot Stamp, then open the eyes again and repeat the process. And it's 3 counters in this script, which are, first, if it's attacked by Knights of the Round and his HP is lower than 500,000, which means less than half of his HP, it counters that cast of Knights of the Round with an Air Temp Storm. Then, if it's attacked by anything but a Limit or a Bahamut summon, and the eyes are open, he uses Revenge Stamp, and that's the only moment when he actually can use Revenge Stamp. Also, if Revenge Stamp has been used 10 times, use an Air Temp Storm additionally. So yeah, that's also pretty scary. You don't want to see Revenge Stamp a lot. Now that was all for the theory. Now we're gonna go ahead and do some practice. So let's do some practice, right? I'm gonna show you this team here that I've built. It's not like this a very strong team or anything. It doesn't have a specific strategy. I mean, it does. You need to have a specific strategy when you go and fight him, but this is a strategy that doesn't really rely on any special tricks or anything. So what do we have here? Is a team. My favorite team. They are all in Fury and they are all level limit 4 except Alessia that has limit level 3. That's because on limit level 3 we have Doom of the Living. And Doom of the Living continuously attacks opponents. It's basically Omnislash, except a lot less powerful. But what you want to do here, for this strategy, You want to have all your characters in Fury. You want to level up your characters as much as possible. I'm gonna do this with this team. It doesn't matter. But you want to have limits that hit a lot of times. Pharaoh has Omnislash, it's 15 times. Timothy has Highwind, it's 17 times or so. And Alessia has Doom of the Living, hits 15 times. So they hit a lot. They hit for a lot. After that, another thing you want to do if you're using this strategy, you want to farm some elixirs, X Potion, Mega Elixir, Phoenix Down, Turbo Ether, and Hero Drinks. As you can see, I have almost 99 of all of them except the Mega Elixir. But you can farm these using the W item glitch. If you don't know what that is, well, there will be a video with all glitches and that you can use to farm items really quickly. That being said, I think that's it. I don't want to. Well, we're gonna go under the materia and equipment also. Well, the equipment here, you can put the strongest thing you have: ultimate weapon, Mistil, ribbon. Well, the ribbon doesn't really matter since you're not gonna see status problems here, so you could put anything basically. But well, all of us have the Mistil. Put the best armor here. Put your best weapon. On the materia setup though, try not to put a lot of materia because of Airtime Storm. We're not going to see it, hopefully, but just in case, try to use less materials as possible. Well, you have HP plus and counter attack. Unfortunately, it's not mastered. I have an enemy skill just to have a little bit of commands that you can use to do different things. It will not be that useful, but just to have some options, some extra options. The main strategy relies on 4x cut here. 4x cut attacks us, lets us attack 4 times, which is why it's here. Counter attack is also useful, and HP plus is just to get our HP to the maximum possible. Timothy has a little bit more materials here. He has an HP plus and underwater material, which is required, and we're gonna tell you why in a second. Slash all to hit all targets. An enemy skill to good measure. W magic is useful, and then he has Quadra Magic Gravity. As I told you, gravity deals a lot of damage to Emerald. And with this passion, we can use it 4 times every time we cast it, and we can cast it 2 times. Basically, we can cast it 8 times in one turn, which is very effective. And unless he has an HP plus, a Mega All, an enemy skill, and W item, just in case we run out of elixirs and Mega Elixirs, is highly unlikely, but just in case, she can double a few. That being said, the underwater materia is required in Emerald fight because Emerald is fought underwater, so you have a 20-minute limit to finish him off. If you don't, well, you die by drowning basically. But if you have the underwater materia, you don't have the timer. To get this, you need to go in Junon, and more specifically into the Junon underwater reactor. There will be a video somewhere on the screen that will show you how to get there, and then you need to find a ghost ship. And when you find a ghost ship, it's an enemy which looks like a ship with a skeleton on top of it. You have to morph that enemy. You can morph it into a guidebook. You bring the guidebook to a man in calm. It gives you an underwater materia. It's the only copy in the game, and you shouldn't sell it. I don't think it even sells it for anything. In any case, I keep this and no more timer. So we're gonna go ahead and try to defeat him. Doesn't work every time, and it's a pretty long method. But since it's long, but you know, it's not hard, and it doesn't require too much grinding. Well, the other methods, some of them require a lot of grinding, and you're gonna see them. So if you cannot find Emerald around here, he doesn't always swim around near Junon. When he doesn't, he's either standing in this crater or near the Red Submarine. And if he's not standing in either of these 2 places, the only other place where he can stand is on near the sunken Jernica. So we have to go all the way there to find him. And there he is. So I'm just gonna engage him in battle, and we're gonna see how the battle really looks like. So this strategy relies on the very fact that we have tons of items that we can constantly use to heal us. So it's gonna open with an Emerald Shoot, of course. So I'm gonna counter with an X Potion, and the character is gonna get hit. And then I'm just gonna start by using Hero Drinks, which then changes my stat. by changing my stat, I can take less damage. I can only use 4 hero drinks. After the 4th one, they're not effective anymore. I mean, you can use them, but it won't matter. 4 is the maximum you can stack on a character. So is Emerald up to something? It's the foot stamp. Okay. Alright then, our health is still pretty high. Let's keep doing another hero drink. And if I can get a turn with a Lussia, I can maybe... Oh, that hit hard. Okay, I go. Hero drink over there, hero drink over there. That's 2 hero drinks each. Let's use a Mega Elixir and heal us. The reason why we're in Fury is because we can charge our limit faster. This will be very useful. Okay, so now we got a Mega Elixir. Let's see if Emerald is up to something or not. Oh, it's an Emerald shoot. Okay, you're gonna do this on Timothy. Okay, I'm gonna heal him. There we go. So it's likely possible that now he's gonna open his eyes. In fact, so I'm just gonna use High Wind as soon as I get the targets. Okay, so I'm gonna use High Wind immediately and do Moon Living. Now he's doing Emerald Beam, so it cannot kill us. It will leave us with 1/3 of our health. Around that. There we go. So that will raise our limit bars a lot. Now we're gonna use our limits. And since they hit all the targets, we'll try to get rid of the eyes immediately, so that we don't see the Fair Airtem Storm. If we're good enough, we should do a lot of damage. We only have 2 Emerald Drinks of each character, so the damage isn't that high. Still, we should be able to do a lot anyways. It's important that we kill the blue eyes, so that we don't take damage. Okay, one eye, unfortunately, is still alive, so he's going to attack us. Hopefully Timothy will survive that. Whoa, he survived. Good, can we use Mega Elixir? And we're good to go again. Our first priority is to defeat the last eye, before we see another... Okay. Before we see Airtem Storm. This should be enough to kill it. Okay, Revenge Stamp, of course. I've attacked with something that's not a limit or a Bahamut. Okay, now he's going to transition back to his first form as soon as I leave it the possibility to do so. So let's start our third Hero Drinks build. I'll throw another Emerald Beam, okay. Yeah, sometimes he also uses Emerald Beam while transitioning back to his third phase. So I'm gonna throw a Mega Elixir immediately. We're fine with Emerald Beam, it can never kill us, so it's not a problem. But we need to heal quickly, or we won't be able to take some Emerald shoots in the face. Okay, with that, we got 3 Hero Drinks from everybody. Let's go with 4. And then we can start the offense. Try not to use your limits. Try to conserve them to kill the eyes. That can help a lot. Okay, now let's do... Whoop, that. Let's show it. Okay, as you can see, the damage is a lot less now. So let's do this 2 Hero Drinks from there and 1 there. Okay, let's use the next potion over to Fado. Then we can start the offense. If you don't want to use a limit, because you don't want to, you want to keep it before the eyes, well, you can go with Laser, which is probably going to deal fixed 9,999. Or you can use, I don't know, you can also use Big Guard to set up with Ace the barriers, if you want to take a defensive approach instead. Okay, so he's gonna open his eyes. There he is. Someone's gonna throw the limit immediately. I just had a Nightwind and a Doom of the Living going on. Hopefully those will kill the eyes. I remember that Emerald Beam cannot kill you, so don't worry about that. Just be ready with a Mega Elixir or something. Because you'll need it. The eyes can't kill you. Okay, let's see how much that does. See, we're doing a lot more than before now. Okay, hopefully the Doom of the Living would kill the 2 remaining guys. Yeah, nice. Now it's up for Mega Elixir. And now if we can get to use double magic, we're gonna use Demi with Quadra Magic. And now Alasia will just, I guess she'll just use a laser cast. As you can see, we're doing fixed 9,999. This magic can miss. Don't get me wrong. Most of the time it doesn't. Yeah, now it missed it. We can do an Omnislash, I guess. We'll have time to charge the limits later. We can speed up the process a little bit. As you can see, even Demi, the first level of gravity, is doing a lot of damage. So let's see this Omnislash. It's a full-powered Omnislash since we haven't. Wow, we are at maximum health with 4 hero drinks. So yeah, that were 15 hits of 9,999, which is not bad. And a laser, which is probably another fixed 9,999. Let's do another dual cast of Demi. Unless the Emerald is up to something. Well, it's up to an Emerald shoot. We're gonna do this anyway. And then we're gonna use the next potion on whoever's gonna get a hit. I guess another laser. We can queue another laser, no problem. The only real clue about how much damage we've done comes from the Demi cast. Once Demi will stop doing 9,999, it means we will be very close to defeating him. Okay, so... Okay, we finished the Quadra Magic with Demi, so we're gonna use Demi too. So are you up to something? Well, just a foot stamp, no problem for us. Foot stamp's okay. Okay, dual cast of Demi too. Got a 4x cut. Now, if you don't have any limits charged up before he switches to his eyes, you need to have at least one character able to act. And you have to queue a Mega Elixir when he's doing Emerald Beam. They will heal you immediately, so you can... Like for example here, I'm not doing anything because I might need to use a Mega Elixir after all these demis are being cast. Okay, 4 times cut. See that? Okay, another foot stamp. It's fine. So you're gonna open the eyes? No, you're not. I'm gonna use another Demi too, twice. And I queue another 4 cut. And I'm gonna stand here and see what's gonna happen. You don't really need to heal, as long as you're not getting hit by an Emerald Shoot, because Emerald Beam will never kill you. And another Demi 2 4 times. Okay, we have an Emerald Shoot cast. So I'm gonna cast the next potion on you. 4 times cut. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the Mega Elixir. So we out of Demi 2. Or dual cast of of Quadra Magic for Demi 2. We're gonna use Demi 3. Unless he opens his eyes. Which doesn't look like it. So I have 2 Demi 3s, which means 4 Demi, actually 8 Demi 3s. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which missed. So second time, Demi 3. Okay, you opening your eyes. I'm gonna queue a Mega Elixir and a random... Actually, we can queue 2 Mega Elixirs. Just for good measure. Not that we'll ever need it, but... Okay. This will raise our limit bars a lot. So after the 2 Mega Elixirs, we should be able to queue an Icewind immediately. Well, we used the Icewind before. After the Revenge Stamp, we're gonna use the Icewind. And then it'll be up to the Mega Elixirs. But then we need to use Omnislash, because Icewind doesn't kill all the eyes unless we're really lucky. Yeah, I killed 1 eye, but then we can use Omnislash between the 2 Mega Elixirs. Okay, this is gonna hit for a lot again. And that defeated all the eyes again. Good. So we still have some Demi 3 to cast. Let's do that. Well, we could use Doom of the Living. Well, let's see about Demi. Let's see Demi 3. How this Demi 3 goes. I'll see if we are close or not. I'm just gonna use it. Between the 2 casts, we're gonna do Doom of the Living. Okay. See Demi 3. So what's going on? Okay, that's it. That's the number we'll shoot here. Okay, here, heal him. Okay, let's use laser here, I guess. And here we're out of everything, so I'm just gonna use Demi 2 times. Which is still gonna hit for 9,000 and under 99. Okay, we're still good. 4 times cut. And then maybe, let's see. Still doing 9,000 and under 99. Is Emerald up to something? I guess not, so I can use a laser. Okay, we gonna wait. We have a limit, so you're gonna wait for something to happen. Let's see. Emerald shoot! So it's highly possible. I'm gonna use 4 times cut. And then I'm gonna have Alessia throw 2 Mega Elixirs. It's likely possible that he's gonna open his eyes now. Let's see. Alright, some use Icewind. So that Icewind will be used immediately after Emerald Beam, and then we'll have a Mega Elixir. Okay, let's see this Icewind, how many eyes it kills. It's important that it kills the blue eyes, because those are the ones that can really be annoying. Okay, do a Doom of the Living immediately. Take out the last eye. And we're back in Form 1, hopefully not for long. Let's use 2 demis, let's see how we're doing here. Let's use 4 times cut. Let's wait and see what happens. Oh, we're close, we're very close here. Okay. Second demi. Okay, we're very close, we just need to hang on a little bit more. And we should kill him. And he's gone. We did it. With no cheap tricks or anything. We just farmed some items, but apart from that, that was Emerald Weapon. And now we're gonna go and look into some strategies. Okay, so the first strategy I'm gonna talk about is a strategy that requires a very specific setup. So before I can even explain this, I need to explain you how to do that. So we're loading the previous file, because what we're trying to achieve here is a very specific value of HP for all the characters. Now you can do this with every character, but I'm gonna show you how to do it. So what we need are some specific materia, and well, mainly what you need is, well, if you have a cover materia in this file, well, let me just check. Any cover materia, any, well, yeah, I do have one. So let's suppose I want to set up Timothy for this. What we want to do is we want to set Timothy's HP to 7,777. Okay, so let's do this first strategy with 700 with lucky 7, and let's explain it first. Then you're gonna see it. Then you're gonna see a video about it. The strategy is very simple, and it's the strategy I suggest to anyone who wants to defeat Emerald with as less farming as possible. You have to build your characters to 7,777, but that's it. What you need is you need to set the materials, the limit bars to maximum, and then the last thing you do is the 7,777. For the materia, well, here we have an HP plus in underwater. Pretty basic, nothing really interesting here. But on Timothy, we have an HP plus, of course. Then we have Knights of the Round to 2 stars, so you need to at least 2 stars on Knights of the Round. And double summon, so you can summon it twice. And then onto Alessia we have only Mime. The strategy is this: you enter battle, you do Lucky 7, which almost takes out Alpha of Emerald Elf away, and then, since you have your limit bar stirred up, you're gonna unleash your limits. The limits take priority over Emerald. So the thing is, you're gonna do, well, first Pharaoh's gonna do 15 hits on 7,777, then Timothy's gonna do 17 hits, then Alessia's gonna do Doom of the Living as another 15 hits. That's like around, I have wrote it here somewhere, that's exactly, after the limits are done, 871,024 damage, so it's a lot. You took out almost all Emerald Elf, but not quite. You still have a little bit less than 200,000 HP. But you can easily take them out because, if you remember, Timothy here has Knights of the Round and Double Summon, so he's just gonna use this. Double Summon Knights of the Round, which is gonna do a lot of damage, and then if she can mime it, she's gonna summon it 2 times and more, which is pretty interesting. Usually it kills it. Usually it kills it on the 2nd or 3rd cast. It usually never goes to the 4th cast of Knights of the Round. But even if it does, the 4th is guaranteed to kill it, no matter what. So that is the strategy. So guess we just have to see it now. On the second strategy, on the other hand, we have a very different approach here. This is a strategy I've copied from a YouTuber called Def Unites Us, which makes video on a channel called 4-8 Production. He made a lot of videos about Final Fantasy VII and other Final Fantasies and other games, and what he did was a video about Emerald and how to defeat it, and he came up with this strategy. Basically, what we have here is, well, we have only Pharaoh. Timothy and Elsie are dead for reasons. This is a mono character strategy. Well, Pharaoh here, it doesn't matter what, because it's in Saturn, just to take less damage in the beginning. You have to charge up his limit to level 4 and you need the Omnislash, and then on the materia you need to master 8 copies of Counter and 8 copies of Mime. And when you do that and you keep like that, you need a Wizard Bracelet in order to equip on the armor. What happens here is that with the Counter Mime combination, every time you get attacked you use Mime. So you're gonna mime the last command you did 8 times. So if you can use Omnislash and Emerald attacks you, you counter with 8 Omnislashes, which is very effective. If you combine this with some hero drinks, that's for a guaranteed 9,999 for every hit, it's gonna take down Emerald in no time. I mean, you have to go through the animations of Omnislash, but you don't need the underwater materia for this. Even though you have to master a shit ton of materia to do this, which will take a long time because Mime is very long to master, and I think even Counter takes a lot. So yeah, if you're up to mastering and doing something fun, you can do this. Anyway, let's go ahead and see this as well. The third strategy we're going to use yet takes another much different approach, and this is what I did during the Let's Play in order to save the time and don't bother explaining strategies like I'm doing now. If you don't want to farm at all, if you don't want to, if you just want to kill it easily with very little effort, all you need is cut to it. With this limit level 2 charged up, you can use Game Over, and Game Over kills everything in front of you no matter what. So that's it. The only thing that you gotta keep in mind while you're doing this is, well, you should set your ATB to wait so that you have all the time you want to set it up and Emerald cannot attack you while you're doing that. And if you do that, this case is justified to show it off, but try to put other characters with double growth armor and weapon, and or triple if you have them. Try to get the most out of it. Emerald gives a lot of AP, so if you're really up for this, you can get a lot of APs for your materials. In fact, you can do this as soon as you get the submarine, which can give you a lot of advantage for the game. I mean, as soon as you get the submarine, you can get to kill Emerald, and that's 50,000 APs on all your materials. You can load your characters with materials, and on the first turn you can kill it and get that many APs. So even though I showed it in the Let's Play, for completion I'm gonna show it even here. There it is. It's right here. Good boy. Good boy, Emerald weapon. Now the problem here is we have 20 minutes to set this up, because we're underwater, and since we don't have the possibility of breathing yet underwater. Okay, let's see. If this skill's got to it, we're done. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Did that kill me? Wow. Holy crap, we mustn't... we gotta do this now. That was lucky. Like, really lucky. Seriously kidding me? Okay. That's one, that's two. Now I'm gonna set this up correctly. We can do this on the first try. No, I missed it, come on. Cat. Bar crown. Yes! First try! That's gonna be a lot of APs there. Boom. Okay, on the fourth strategy, on the other hand, we're going to some other complex things. In here, we're gonna start using glitches. Up until now, we never used glitches. We just played the game normally, maybe with a few exploits, like the W item, clonation of items, the game over manipulation of the slots. That's it. But those weren't really glitches. Those are all things that they're exploits. They're not really glitches. But now we can kill Emerald in one hit with a glitch called the Overflow glitch. I'm gonna show you how it works, and then you're gonna see how you can kill Emerald with that. It's very easy. So with this, you can kill Emerald in one hit, and we're just gonna see how it works. Fifth and last strategy requires again Vincent, but this time it's just more for fun, more than an actual strategy. In fact, this strategy requires a shit ton of farming. This strategy, well, all it does, it's a glitch called the Vincent Mugglitch. I can try to show this, but the material setup for doing this first, it's this. Of course, I've cheated my way through this setup because it will take forever to master all these materials. So what Nathaniel here has as final attack revive, then final attack steal, final attack Knights of the Round, final attack steal, then he has final attack Knights of the Round, final attack mime, final attack steal, HP to MP, so we are exchanging HP and MP values, and HP plus. We don't really need this, but just because to fill in the last slot, it's there. You have to use this specific order here, otherwise it won't work. If you mess this order up, you end up with other strange things going on. So what exactly happens here? Well, we can do this with Emerald, and it's pretty fun because with that setup I showed you, you can kill him without pressing a single button. Let's see how it's done. And that's it. That's the end of my all about Emerald weapon. See you guys in the next video.